metaphorical car pulled into the White House garage. The president retweeting this from talk show host Bill Mitchell. It reads, "Exactly as I said, House Intel chair. We cannot rule out senior Obama officials were involved in Trump surveillance." More on all of it now from CNN's Jeff Zeleny, who joins us now. That's not exactly what he said. He actually said President Obama. But anyway, about these revelations, what can you tell us?
Well, Anderson, the Republican chairman of the House Intelligence Committee shocked everyone by showing up here at the White House for a meeting directly with the president, saying he had new information. Well, he didn't bother to explain what that was to other members of the Intelligence Committee, Democrats particularly there. He did brief a few Republicans there, but he stood outside the West lobby of the West Wing of the White House shortly after he met with the president, and he said this.
Justice Department doesn't have anything to do with this.
So
this is information. This is information that was brought to me that I thought the president needed to know about incidental collection, where the president himself and others in the Trump transition team were clearly put into intelligence reports that ended up at the White House and across a whole bunch of other agencies. And I thought it was important for the president to know this. That's why I briefed the speaker this morning, and I came down here as soon as I could.
Now, it's important to point out he is leading an investigation into an entirely separate branch of government here. So the sheer idea of him coming down to share information certainly raised a ton of eyebrows. Yes, he was on the he was a supporter of the president. He worked on his campaign committee and transition committee, which isn't all that unusual. But the sheer fact that he showed up here certainly raises questions about his objectivity. And now tonight is throwing the entire investigation up in the air potentially.
And while the president, earlier said he felt partially vindicated, clearly in that tweet tonight, it sounds like he's, feeling even more vindicated. Others are saying the timing and the presentation, the information itself is suspect.
The timing is very interesting indeed. Look what else is going on today. It seems like, several hours have, several different things have happened, of course, but the Democrats simply say that they were blindsided by this. This simply, was coming out of left field entirely. So the top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff, he had this to say after digesting all of this.
And unfortunately, I think the actions of today throw great doubt into the ability of both the chairman and the committee to conduct the investigation the way it ought to be conducted.
So the question is now, what is coming after this? Now, Democrats, of course, will be calling for an independent investigation. Republicans control the House, so that is not likely to happen. But there is a separate investigation happening altogether here. And the Senate Intelligence Committee did not want to come anywhere near this, it seemed today. They are doing their own investigation. The FBI is also investigating separately. So the fact that this looked like a lifeline for the White House may not be as long of one as they had hoped. All these investigations still underway tonight, despite all of this, Anderson.
Jeff Zeleny, thanks very much. Much more now with our panel. In this incarnation, CNN political analyst Kirsten Powers, Daily Beast senior columnist Matt Lewis, Christine